Solar Energy by Ronnie Brush, Kate Armstrong, Greg Zaber, and Adonai Patterson. So this is our table of contents. We'll cover introduction, problem 1, solution 1, problem 2, solution 2, and which is better. Okay, introduction to solar energy. Solar energy is in high demand and is currently growing fast to replace fossil fuels and non-renewable energy like coal and other sources. Solar energy is very important and is currently one of the major ways for non-renewable energy using the sun. According to Devager, Vananinsky, an author and scientists, world's energy demand is growing fast because of the population explosion and technological advancements. It is therefore important to go reliable, cost-effective, and everlasting renewable energy source for energy demand arising in the future. Solar energy, among other renewable resources of energy, is a promising and freely available energy source of maintaining long-term and energy crisis. Solar energy was invented in 1954 by an American scientist and is currently being used all over the world today. However, there are many limitations of solar energy, including cost and sustainability. They are two of the major problems, but there are solutions to fix it.
Alright, so what are the problems with solar energy, in particular solar panels? They are too costly. So for the cost it would take to buy them, you won't get enough return. So on average, it's going to cost anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 in order for a house to obtain solar panels, according to Solar Views. This cost is too much for most people. In order to they would prefer to just buy power from the company instead, because they can't store it and it's just too expensive and the return isn't enough. The other problem is sustainability. The amount of energy you would get from these solar panels due to the weather or any other limiting factors would not be beneficial enough. This is because the amount of fossil fuels and chemicals and all this energy put into creating these solar panels outweighs the amount of energy that will actually be produced by the solar panels in some cases, making it hard to justify them in certain areas. This is given to us by QV Energy. There are also environmental effects. There are an immense amount of chemicals put into making this. These chemicals are bad for the environment, which makes it not sustainable and hard to do.
Okay, so there are some solutions to this. The first one, which would be government subsidies. Government subsidies help industries by offering tax credits to purchase a good service, and that was found off of Investopedia.com. So recently, a Korean study went and gave a bunch of government subsidies out to solar companies so everyone could get free solar. And this study was great. It gave a lot of people free energy and cheap energy, but because of how many people are buying into this, the range in 25 years is likely to go up from 9,000 to about 600,000, which is pretty crazy. But despite this, for all the cost for one person, it only takes about 5 years to break even. But the problem with this is it mainly is tough on the government, not the people who are buying this. It's tough on poor governments, and it's basically impossible in communist places. So the areas in which it could be implemented are very limited. There's only a couple countries that could implement this, so it's going to take a lot of investing from other big countries to give to smaller countries, so that way that those countries can have solar. So the solution to is investing in better storage options. As we've seen in Miller, there is passive types of solar panels and there is active solutions. So first of all, the passive, they allow the solar radiation and that saves a lot of energy, and that's recently been implemented. And the energy is stored longer, but they use a special type of paper that's being studied on right now. And basically it accumulates all day and releases the energy at night to charge. And this combats what Aiden said about the sustainability and how it can be tough to power something only when the sun is on. And the power can actually get up to about 4,000 watts, and it saves a ton of energy. There's also no waste, which makes it actually good for not only you, but the environment. But the problem with this is there's little testing on it. We don't know how powerful it could be, and we don't know how costly some of these materials that they're using to build this are. The other part of better storage is active solutions, which new tests on greenhouses show that it can, without heat, it's no problem, and it's actually been much more efficient at night when there is no sun. It's actually up to 500 times more efficient at night. And there's zero tax on the environment. This is one of the best solar options in terms of the environment. And yeah.
Conclusion. We found that solution 2 is a better option. Government subsidies can increase taxes, making people opposed to solar energy, and said previously do not work well with poor or communist countries. Increasing storage is a far superior solution due to its limited limitations and many benefits. Solar is not very popular because you do not make your money back until at least the 3rd year, maybe even more in some cases. But with increasing storage, many can break even and make their money back quicker with increased storage. Even though increasing storage costs money, you can make your money back quicker due to you being able to store more energy. And many other solutions many other implications can all be fixed with increasing storage, such as money and sustainability, because increasing storage can save you on a rainy day, literally.